Welcome to, I guess, what we'll call a mini seat time show, if you will. So, Brian Pierce, your purveyor of awesome. Thank you for tuning in for this fun little chat with Mr. Cody Webb. We don't really have any sponsors for this stuff. I may be doing them, but if you don't know, you can go to patreon.com/seattime and help support us a little bit. $1 a month, bro. $1 a month. Don't buy as much bubblegum. It'll be good. And then, of course, you can go to, Mr. Cody Webb enjoys that, and he's got a cough, so we'll take it easy on him. You can go to pmg.threadless.com, and that's where we have all the Seat Time shirts available for purchase. So if you've seen one in the past and didn't get one, you can go there now. We do have a new beer drinking and binge racing shirt, and we're recording this on National Beer Day. Perfect day to go buy a beer drinking and binge racing shirt. So, of course, I'm Brian Pierce. Let's just jump into this and be like, Mr. Cody Webb, how the heck you been? It's been so long since we've chatted on the internet.
I know, it's been a long time. You've kind of fallen off face of the earth here ever since we lost Seat Time, but feels good to be back. And I didn't know it's National Beer Day today. Is that? Did you make
no,
that
bro.
up,
April 7th is National Beer Day. So last year I shotgunned a beer for National Beer Day, and I have a feeling that that's probably going to happen again. This will get up sometime today. It's Friday. It'll go up there. But definitely make sure you watch all of my Instagram accounts out there. I'm Woody B. Pierce on Instagram, and there will be some entertainment for the world.
Yes, and hopefully people can watch this maybe tonight and enjoy beer since it's National Beer Day.
That's what we want. Okay, so we're going to post this on YouTube. One of the other ways, if you don't find any need to financially help us, that's okay. One of the things you can do, we want you to comment your favorite beer, National Beer Day. So go into the comments, talk about the beer you like. You guys get that conversation going. I think that'll stimulate some interesting thoughts. But Mr. Cody Webb, talking about beer, have you ever filled up your cap map?
It's actually getting there. I got another buddy living with me now, and he really likes his craft beer, and he's been filling it up for me. So I've added a couple, but it's getting good now that he's added them there pretty much.
You're like, I ride a lot more now, so I really only have like one beer a month, so it doesn't help that much.
Yeah, training program.
They never work those in. What the hell? I think so. Post-workout, or peri-workout as some people like to say, you should consume some carbs, right, after a workout. But you want to keep away from the fats. So that way you're getting the proteins, getting your carbs, and staying away from fats. Perfect opportunity to consume a beer.
Yeah, that is true. I'll give it to you. But, sometimes it might not be safe. You do a hard training session, have a good IPA afterwards, strong alcohol content, you might be feeling a little woozy. Do
I look like I worry about safe to you? Is that the safety? Yeah. Here, watch my beer, hold this. I mean, that's kind of how it works.
I'm a professional here. I got to represent the people well and make them know that, we're being responsible.
I like it. Well, you have been amazingly responsible with being a badass on a dirt bike, and that was one of the reasons I wanted to give just a quick chat with you about this. So you've qualified to be on the club team for the United States trophy team, or for the club team anyway, going to the ISDE for 2017. That's awesome. We're going to dig deep into that. But when did that kind of become a dream for you? Like, I mean, I would imagine you didn't just wake up one day last year and go, ISDE, going to try to qualify. So, talk us through it.
It definitely didn't happen overnight. And, since most people know I had a trials background, I think I competed for Team USA like 7 or 8 times. At the Trial of Nations, and one of the years, I think my second year going, we won like the international class, which is kind of like the B crappy team, like the guys who aren't as good. So we won that. We pretty much have been in the A class ever since, but we're way off the Spaniards and the Brits. Like they're just crazy good.
Yeah, you guys need to ride around without wheels more, I think.
Yeah,
and that will
take the front wheel off.
Yeah, just apparently that's what it takes.
So, I've done that so many times, and, now that I'm in the kind of the enduro side of things and riding dirt bikes, I've been playing around with the idea of trying to go to 6 days, but I know getting on the trophy team is pretty much near impossible because those guys are just gnarly.
Whole nother level.
a lot of it takes experience too. You can be the fastest guy, but make dumb time penalty mistakes, and you're going to be going back and getting some penalty points. So, I just figured they opened up this new series this year, and I didn't go race Super Enduro in Europe, so I kind of had an open schedule there, and it was literally like Monday before the very first Western qualifier in Gorman. Auntie was like, "Oh, all right, well, Yeah, we'll have you go do this for sure. We've been toying around with the idea. So I've been doing some sprints and practicing. On Monday, it was like, all right, we're 100% going now. And, I think it was good. It was tough, I think, 'cause it was the very first year they've had this series, and some of the clubs were a little bit mixed up on what to do. But by the third round, like, all the mistakes were taken out, and it was a great event. And it's a really fun format, to be honest, and laid back to do those kind of sprint enduro stuff.
Yeah.
And everyone kind of tags me as the extreme enduro trials guy, and just trying to branch out. And honestly, I want to do something where I'm recognizing the whole off-road sport as a guy who can do it all.
Yeah, and what was so awesome about somebody like Kurt Caselli is he was doing that. You would see him at EnduroCross, obviously before it was at the level it is where you were competing in it now, but he was doing all these different types of events, kind of branching out in the off-road, and it was just bringing, I think, eyes on different aspects of not just him as a rider, but the different aspects of the genres of off-road, if you will, too, the little subcultures. Well, so KTM decided it was okay for you to go to these qualifiers, but like, what was it for you? You know what I mean? Like, you just as a person and as a rider, having the trials background, I mean, that's got to be pretty motivating to be like, all right, well, KTM's behind me, but how do you feel about it?
I felt good. I didn't look at it as just like an opportunity to qualify for the club team. I also looked at it as a way to increase my sprint speed and aggression and raise the heart rate. I mean, it's tricky to go from 0 to hero right off the bat like that. And some like the very first qualifier in Gorman, I was honestly scared all weekend. It was like blind risers, like all huge singles. Like, you never remembered if it was something you could jump or you had to check up on if there was a cliff on the backside. So
right.
Gorman was like a desert race for me. Like, I like trees. I like slowing it down a little bit and having the obstacles challenge you. And it was frightening, but I did really well there and surprised myself and got second both days behind Burson. And Burson is like the king of Gorman. He's
right.
won like every race there imaginable, like last 10 years or so. So I beat him in a couple tests. I was pretty proud of that.
I would be proud of that too. I think I would make posters just of those numbers. The kingdom on the wall as inspiration.
So and then the next round, I won the first 3 tests out of the LOI guys, and I was looking good, and maybe I was pushing a little too much and weeded myself.
Yeah. So which event was that? The second one where that happened?
That was the second qualifier, and it was kind of right outside Boise, so it was a cool little.
That sucks that you had to miss part of that event, because that was the one that I think I went to in 2012. I did have a bunch of wrecks too. My bike didn't look nearly as bad as yours, because I would assume when I crashed it was more like I would just fell over, where you actually like went end over end.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, I didn't bang my head pretty good. Definitely didn't get knocked out or nothing, but my back was in a lot of pain and my ankle was hurting, and I just thought it'd be best to call it quits for that next day. And luckily the qualifier series or whatever, it was the best 4 or 6, because it's new series, kind of hard for everyone to get to all the rounds sometimes.
Yep.
So I was like, I'll just look forward to Washougal. So the next day I still went out there to the event and just hung out all day and signed posters for kids and
awesome
cheered at my buddies from the sidelines. And I tell you, like, that was the first time in a long time where I went to the race and I wasn't the one racing it. It's not fun.
It felt weird, didn't it?
Yeah, it's never a good thing. But I felt good about going back, and everyone was glad that I was able to kind of give back a little bit more to everyone while I was hanging out watching.
Yeah, that's awesome. So now we just had the third qualifier, and you overalled that son of a bitch, which is from going from second to now overalling it, and then getting the kind of one of the spots going into this. Like, how was this last event? You said it sounded like everybody, the clubs and everybody worked out all the kinks. So anything crazy from this past weekend? It looked like you guys were all over the place, like slick wise.
Yeah, the grass track at Washougal was honestly ridiculous. I mean, I crashed. I think I crashed 4 times out of the 2 days, and all 4 crashes were in the grass track. I think out of 6 times through it, the grass track throughout the weekend, I only got through it cleanly twice. So,
Wow.
And every time it was just a front end push out. So, I got that trials fuel in the rear. I know what the bike's doing, but I'm still trying to figure out how far I can push with front end traction before I wash her out and go down in the mud.
So what does it look like, to kind of wrap it up, what is it going to look like for you to go to France? I believe it's the end of August, right? So you'll go there mid-August to start walking, and then you'll be there through early September as a club team member.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. I mean, we're still a long ways out, and obviously I need to work on my grass track game a little bit more. I can carry speed, but I got to work on coming into the corner. I think I got to get some training lessons. I'm thinking, but I'm looking forward to that. I think it's going to be tough. I think it's kind of in the middle, maybe of EnduroCross or something. I heard. So I don't really like walking long distances since my feet are messed up.
Well, get ready to do it anyway.
So we were actually discussing getting a drone, investing in a drone, and just flying a drone around the course. And then we might actually make money by selling it to other teams. I don't know, like a black market filming scandal.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
As long as you got Mike Brown there driving the rental cars to get you guys quickly to each test, to then scare the shit out of you as he comes flying on it and drifting into the turns, I think that'd be a good way to keep up with the drone, because he's going to be able to handle going really fast in a rental car.
Last we were all in Australia for like the super EnduroCross race.
Yep.
And we offered to let Brown drive the rental car, and he said, "Nope, you don't want me to drive the car." So maybe he had an incident where he had to pay money on crashing it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I've heard quite a few stories, and none of them confirmed. But just that it has been awkward for some riders and extremely enjoyable for others.
Yeah.
Well, so what does the support look like, from KTM on this? It sounds like since kind of Auntie and them were the ones that were like, yeah, go ahead and do it, then it was that it's probably going to be a situation where you have a fair amount of backing to help you get to France, as long as, you're not injured and you can make it to the event.
Yeah, no, KTM, they definitely are like top notch when it comes to support. So, luckily being on the factory team, most of the guys are on a KTM or Husky anyways on the team. So my bike gets to go over with those guys together in the container and prepped by my mechanic. So I'm squared away there, and then I'm going to try and pick and hold pennies as much as I can and budget this thing and go for the Vanagon life.
I like it, dude. Yeah, so you gotta. What is it? Everybody does. They do ride days. So people somebody donates time at a track, and then they pay $20 to get in, and you get the feet, that, and it goes to your ISDE. People do T-shirt sales, all kinds of fun stuff. Well, if you want to do any kind of T-shirt design, you just come to us, because
I know the purveyor of awesome. So there we go.
We can make this work. Well, what is going to be next for you before we let you go? Tell us what's coming up next, where people can look to see you riding your dirt bike or doing cool stuff.
Well, I'm going to the 3-day qualifier deal for the ISD in Tennessee. So there's that thing too. So I'll be there. I think the whole Factory KTM team will be there. So that'll be cool.
Yeah.
To race against those guys and all the top guys on the East. Different riding style back there. Those guys are gnarly. It'll be tough for sure, but I'm looking forward to that just to get more experience going into France. And then right after that, I think I'm pretty much going to leave from Tennessee and go straight to Brazil for like Minas Hard Rider Enduros. It's,
cool.
It's like Romaniacs of Brazil, pretty much same promoters, but
okay.
That'll be not fun, but fun at the same time.
Yeah, I think it sounds like after we talk to you guys about any of these extreme adventures, like, it was awesome, except that it sucked.
Except that I was dead for 4 days afterwards, but it was great. The best part about Herzberg was
finishing.
Yeah, probably just like finishing. I was so beat I couldn't even hold my trophy. I was like literally destroyed. So
that's why they give you like a rock as a trophy, because they're like, watch him try to hold it.
Yeah. So this year, I'm trying to work on being more prepared for all that stuff. I mean, I was in school last year, so I kind of missed out, I feel like, on training for some of those extreme things.
Right.
And, for an EnduroCross, it's just a sprint. So obviously you got to be in great shape at a high intensity, but for extreme races, multiple hours on ends of just physically demanding shit, basically.
Yeah.
Takes a lot more effort. So, until then, I don't know. I got some weird cough, sickness. You can tell I'm all stuffy. I've been dying for 4 weeks now.
I was going to say you sound sexy, but if it's a bad thing, then okay, I get it.
No, it's bad. I don't know. I've already gone to the doctors once. They said it's allergies. I'm going again to an actual doctor because half the time
Doc in the box.
I can diagnose myself better. You know what I mean? So
you're such an egotistical professional racer. God, you athletes.
Well,
you high-end athletes.
I'm Cody Webb, MD.
I've got WebMD, bro. I know I got issues.
Yeah. Cody Webb, MD. You just go in, and next thing you know, I have vaginal cancer or something, or ovarian cancer.
You
ovarian
don't have a vagina. They're like, P.S.
P.S. You cannot have this. No, I swear, I have the symptoms, guys.
The internet told me.
Yeah.
I love it.
Everything you read on the internet's true. Everything.
Well, dude, it's really been cool to, I kind of came into knowing you as you were making some splashes in EnduroCross and learning about, you being a trial champion and all the fun you got to have there, and then Super Enduro champion, EnduroCross champion, having won so many extreme Enduros and obviously then done so well at all these. It's cool to see you doing exactly what we were talking about, branching out into a whole nother realm of off-road and being fairly dominant at it. I think that says a lot of how great of a rider you are, and how much more coverage some of the off-road guys should get, opposed to just kind of he rides off-road, he's not as fast because it's not motocross. So I just hope you keep it up, keep kicking ass, and that France goes extremely fun for you.
After you said all that, I don't know if I can get my helmet back on anymore, but I'll keep pushing. I need to get through whatever issue I got going on right now, and I guess sometimes that's part of the game, is just your health. But, I'm looking forward to really start making a big push here soon and getting ready for extreme enduros again and prepping for France, and just got to keep getting faster.
Yeah, well, don't hang out with me because I'm still in a walking boot, and I don't even walk fast right now, so it's pretty pathetic.
I'll get you a knee roller scooter.
Yes. I need one from Cody Webb, so I know it'll ultimately be faster than the one I had before. Because
I only have a wheelchair, and I don't. That's hidden away in the rafters. You never want to look at that. It's a bad woman,
I would agree. Well, be safe. Yeah. Now, for those of you, thank you very much that tuned in. Remember, this is I will call it a mini Seat Time episode show thing of nature. Hoping to do more of these guys. You can go to patreon.com/seattime if you want to give us a little bit of support, or go buy a Seat Time t-shirt at FPMG. That's for Full Pint Media Group.threadless.com. You can go to the site, seattime.co/support. It's all there. That's how you can help us if you choose to do that. If not, talk about your favorite beer. Give Cody Webb some good vibes in the comments below. Have fun, subscribe, do all that crazy stuff. And if nothing else, we'll see you on the internet.
All right, Deschutes Fresh Squeezed. I'm out of here.